Chief Benja.
Don't mistake spirit for skill, young one. Not today.
Hi, summary plot movie here. Today I will recap a movie called Raya and the Last Dragon released in 2021. This film is about adventure, a wandering girl trying to save world of destruction. How is the continuation of the story? But before we continuing the summary plot of the film, we remind you that this content is a full film spoiler. Plug in the headset, symmetrically lie down, enjoy the video and let's start the story. 500 years ago, there is a country called Kamandra. In that land humans and dragons coexist peacefully. But everything changed when a plague named Droon attacked the land. Droon has the power to turn all living things he touches into stone. The dragons fought with all their might against the Droon. But unfortunately they were not able to stop the Droon and instead turned to stone. At that moment, the last dragon named Sisu instantly turned all his strength into a dragon gem. Sisu then used it to eliminate all the Droon. All people who turn to stone then return to humans but not the dragons. The gem has now become a symbol of unity in the land of Kamandra. But because of human greed, now humans are fighting each other to fight over it. As a result, the land of the Kamandra was divided into 5 parts. 500 years later, in a cave, there was a young girl named Raya. She trying to steal the dragon gem. With the help of his pet named Tuk Tuk, Raya can easily pass all the traps in the cave. But when he got to the place where the gem was kept, there is a jewel guard warrior blocking him. Then they started to fight.
You're gonna need it.
Not today.
After finishing the fight, the swordsman took off his mask. It turns out that the warrior is his own father. His father is training Raya to replace him as the guardian of the dragon jewel. In the story, their family lives in one of the shards of the land of the Kamandra. The country they live in is called the Land of the Heart, while the other 4 countries named as Tail, Talon, Spine, Dan, Fangs. Since the first their families have shouldered a heavy task in this country. Their families swore to protect the dragon jewels from generation to generation. Now it's time for Raya to replace his father's position because it is considered to have passed the test. His own father intends to reunite Kamandra into one like the old days. His father then invited 4 other countries to come and eat together. Not long after that, the 4 lands had arrived in the Land of the Heart.
For far too long we have been enemies, but today is a new day.
Raya then met a girl named Namari. Namari is the son of the leader of the Fangs country. They both became close and both liked the legend about the dragons. Namari said that the last dragon named Sisu was actually still alive and just sleeping at the end of the river. After that, he gave his dragon necklace as a gift to Raya. Raya then brought Namari to play to the dragon jewel storage area. Namari was amazed to see him, but he suddenly attacked Raya with the aim of snatching the dragon jewels.
It's Fangs now.
It turns out that Namari and his mother had planned to steal the dragon gem from the start. Raya was finally surrounded by Fang's soldiers. But luckily the father quickly came to the place and blocked the people who would take the gems. At first his father did not want bloodshed and wanted to ease the problem. But it turns out that have someone shot him. Seeing that, all the residents of other villages immediately fought over each other's dragon gems. Until finally, the gem fell and split into 5 parts. At that moment Droon was freed again and attacked them. Humans that he touched immediately turned to stone. His father tried to drive Droon away with small pieces of the dragon gem. Until finally, each village took 1 piece of dragon jewel and left there. Raya and his father tried to run away from there. His father realized that he would not survive. He then gave the gem shards and threw Raya into the river. His father turned to stone right in front of the eyes of the highway. 6 years later, Raya is now an adult and a wanderer. With his pet Tuk Tuk, he is trying to find the last dragon named Sisu. When he almost reached the last river, he was surprised by the arrival of Droon, who attacked him suddenly, but easily able to repel it with pieces of gems. Then he returned to continue his journey until he reached the end of the river. When she got there, he also prepared offerings and prayed for Sisu. While crying, she asked Sisu for help to save mankind from destruction. It turned out that his efforts not in vain. Suddenly Sisu appeared in front of him.
Amba? Prani? Are you here?
Oh, mighty Sisu!
Raya tells that the world is not okay right now because the Sisu gem has been broken. When Sisu held the gem, her body suddenly glowed. She got the power from the gem. They then realize that the world can be saved by recombining pieces of gemstones. On the other hand, Namari turns out to be chasing Raya. She is sure that Raya is not far from there because she found his belongings. Raya starts her adventure with Sisu to the Tail Country. When they got there, one by one the obstacles they passed, until finally they arrived at the place where the gem was located. When the stone is given to Sisu, she again gets magic to change into a human form. But suddenly, Namari came along with his soldiers. They tried to run away by boarding a ship that was on the riverbank. The ship belonged to a little boy named Bone. When Namari was near, Sisu went into the water by changing into a dragon. He pushed the boat very fast. Actually, this Sisu is a water dragon who is very good at swimming. Raya forbids and orders Sisu to remain in human form so that she is not conspicuous. Then they continued their journey to the village of Talon to get other gem pieces. On his way, they saw a lot of Drun gathered on the mainland, because Droon can't enter the water. Arriving at the village of Talon, Raya went with a tuk-tuk to meet the leader of Talon in his palace. But on the way, they were noticed by a group of monkeys who seemed to have bad intentions. And suddenly Raya's attention was distracted by a little baby in the hallway. When she tried to get close to the baby, the monkeys came and stole his gems. It turns out that they all conspired to steal gems from Raya. Raya was trying to chase them to take back the gems.
Hey, watch out!
Raya finally managed to catch a gang of baby thieves. His jewels were returned. Then Raya asked where their family was. It turns out that the baby gang's family has turned to stone because of Droon. Hearing that, Raya felt sorry. Then Raya offers a job to help him steal at the place of the leader of the Talon country. It turns out that the leader of the Talon has turned to stone and the gem has been lost. On the other hand, Sisu wants to follow and help Raya to get gems. But instead she met the granny and took her away. This granny also took Sisu to a place and set her up. She was locked up with Droon there. Lucky Raya came on time and soon helped him. Raya also managed to steal pieces of gems from the granny. Sisu again got a new power that can emit fog and escape from there. Then Raya continues her adventure with Bone and her new friends. On the other hand, Namari asks his mother for help to catch Raya. Her mother then prepares troops to help Namari. Raya told Sisu that there is no one in the world who can be trusted now. Sisu explained that trust is something strong to be able to defeat Droon together. Not long after that, they arrived in the land of Spine. But Raya and Sisu got into the trap there. And by the time they wake up, they've already been caught tied up. Then a big man came to them. This big man named as Tong. He is a soldier from the land of Spine. Tong is the only person left in the Spine country because the people there have turned to stone.
It's been so long.
He seems lonely.
After for a while, Raya friends came to help. They then tied that big man. But suddenly Namari has arrived there with his soldiers. Raya then distracts Namari and fights him so his friends can escape from there. But unfortunately Raya lost in that battle. Sisu then transformed into a dragon and immediately helped Raya. Even Namari marveled at the surviving dragon Sisu. After knowing the identity of the Sisu and their goals, Raya's friends then agreed to help. Tong even gave a piece of the gem he had to Sisu. Then Sisu got the power to control rain and fly in the air. Now their final destination is the land of fangs. Sisu suggested a plan to nicely ask Namari for the gem. But the plan was rejected by Raya, because the Fang tribe is known to be very evil. Sisu was annoyed and took Raya to a temple in the heartland. Raya returns to see her father, who is still a statue there. Sisu introduces her brothers and sisters, who have become statues, to Raya.
And that's Prani. She's a shapeshifter. And Pangu.
Then Sisu recounts what happened at 500 years ago. That when the Droon first appeared, she and his siblings were the last dragons. Before turning to stone, his siblings gathered all their strength to make a dragon gem. Then the gem was given to Sisu because her siblings really believed in her. Sisu then managed to destroy all the Droon using that gem, and the world was saved. Sisu reminds Raya again that trusting each other is a powerful weapon to defeat Droon. Hearing that story, Raya then started to follow Sisu's advice. Then Raya ordered the gang of babies to send a message to Namari. And after Namari opening it, the contents of the message is a dragon necklace that he once gave to Raya. The next day, Namari comes to Raya. He gave the piece of gems to Raya. But when Sisu came, suddenly Namari changed her mind and pointed an arrow at her. Raya also tried to stop Namari, but the bow had already hit Sisu's body and fell into the water.
No!
And suddenly the water receded and disappeared from the sea. As a result, now the Druins can go anywhere and attack all humans. Raya was furious and immediately looked for Namari. He feels his dream has been destroyed, as well as Namari, who is emotional because his mother has become a stone. Raya finally managed to beat Namari. Namari also admitted his mistake and apologized to Raya. It made Raya aware and forgive her. While outside, Raya's friends are trying their best to save everyone from Droon's threat. Raya then immediately helps her friend, as well as Namari. She also helped them to save everyone. But suddenly, they fell underground and were surrounded by many Droon.
It's gone!
They are backing off!
They're everywhere!
Raya then remembers Sisu's words to trust each other. Raya then invites his friends to give all the pieces of dragon gems to Namari, so that all the pieces of gems can be combined and used to save the world. Namari tried to run away with the gem, but suddenly he changed his mind. She came back and immediately put all the gems together. And suddenly, the dragon jewel shone and wiped out the entire Droon from the face of the earth. Now the human who turned to stone is back alive, as well as the dragons. They immediately circled the water and revived Sisu. After coming back to life, Sisu immediately went to Raya and hugged all her friends. Of course also with Namari, who is now a friend. After that, Bone and other friends met their respective families. As well as Raya. He was very happy because he could meet his father again. This film ends with other tribes crowded into the Heart tribe. They want to reunite with the Land of the Heart and become a land of Kumandra. And Raya and the Last Dragon movie is over. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, please give me thumbs up and click subscribe button. And if you have other interesting movie recommendations, you can tell us in the comments column. See you on another video.